Well, hello everyone, and thanks for joining me tonight, New Year's Eve, at Juanette's Crafting Corner. I thought I would close out the year with letting you know my all-time favorite crafting supplies and crafting needs that you must have. Now, to start out with, I think you need treats on your craft desk. I usually have some kind of chocolate. Today I have the almond M&Ms, and you can see I've got a full bowl here. Along with your favorite snack, you should have a drink of your choice. This is my choice, Diet Cokes. I limit myself to 3 a day. And literally, as soon as I brush my teeth in the morning, I crack one open. And there is one at my desk until I've gone through 3, and then I switch over to water. Now, the next thing you must have if you're an avid crafter, journal maker, is a good paper cutter. And I've had many over the years. I think last count I had about 5 or 6. This is my all-time favorite one. It's a Fiskars brand. It's called a Precision Rotary Bypass Trimmer. And so it is a self-sharpening blade. My only complaint about it is the 6-inch mark is difficult to see where it is. So when I have to cut right at the 6-inch mark, my next favorite is my Stampin Up trimmer. And if you can see, that's the 6-inch mark right there. So you can see that very well. Now, the only thing about this is you have to change the blade. It's not self-sharpening, but it's a good trimmer, and this does pull out so that you can go up to 17 inches. But my all-time favorite is that Fiskars one. Now, the other thing that I feel is a necessity is a Scor Board. This is a big one. It is 12 by 12. The nice thing about a Scor Board is when you're folding either paper or cardstock, you want a straight line, and this helps achieve that. If you want 1/8 inch grooves, this is easy to achieve. And I love this Scor Pal. I also have this little mini one when I'm scoring just a small piece of paper. Remember, I had an apartment in California, so I have a lot of double stuff. This is what I had in my apartment in California. But I use this too. I use it when I need to just grab something and score. That's a small piece of paper. Now, I believe you really need a good printer. This is an Epson ET-15000. It is one of the Eco Tank ones, and I'm telling you, this printer hardly uses any ink at all. It is a fantastic printer. Not only does it print, but it scans. I think it could be hooked up as a fax machine, but I don't have it. I don't need a fax machine, but it's a really good printer. Now, with having a good printer, you also need really good paper. This is my preference. It is Hammer Mill Premium Color Copy Paper. It's 8.5 by 11, photo white, and it is 32 pounds. If you hear coughing in the background, my sister's here visiting, and bless her heart, she's sick. The other thing is, because it's New Year's Eve, there's fireworks going off. Now let's talk about my favorite rulers. This is one of my original rulers. The nice thing I like about it, it is sturdy and accurate. The only thing I don't like is that the lettering is wearing off. I think this is probably about 5 or 6 years old, so I could maybe invest in another one so that I can see the lettering, but it's a good ruler. It's a Fiskars brand. Then for finding the middle of your project, the Tim Holtz ruler, where the 0 is here, you lay it over something and adjust it so there's 3 inches on this side and 3 inches on that side, and where the 0 is, that's going to be the middle of your project. Great ruler. This little 6-inch ruler, fantastic for just small areas, so you don't have to grab your big one. I keep this right on my desk, and it is Westcott. I think I ordered it from Amazon, but again, only 6 inches. Then I have the We Are Memory Keepers tear guides. It comes with, I believe it's 2 rulers, and each side has a different tearing, look. But my favorite is this small little tear area there that just looks like ripped paper. So those are my favorite rulers. Now this is my favorite corner rounder. Again, it is a We Are Memory Keepers one. The nice thing about it is there's 3 different sizes. So say for instance, this first one gives you a smaller rounded corner. Then this one, like a middle one. And then if you want a big rounded corner, if you have a bigger piece of paper, then you've got this one. This is my favorite. Again, I've had a couple of different ones over the years, but this one is really nice and sturdy and really serves a great purpose. Now, as far as bookbinding supplies, I love this. This is a nice cradle where you're going to lay your paper in there, then lay this over the top, and you can adjust it. Then it comes with an awl, and you can accurately punch your signatures. So this is fantastic. Then the other thing that I love are these paper clips. Now, we all have these nice big ones, okay? And they are good. They're very sturdy. However, they only go in this far into the paper. But these, and I got these off of Amazon, this will go this far into the paper. And when I ordered the pack, this many came in the order, so fantastic. As far as waxed thread, and again, I ordered this off of Amazon. I can't remember how much. I'll try to find the link. But when I ordered this, it came with all these different colors. So fantastic waxed thread. Now let's talk about stamping blocks. Again, I've had several brands over the years, but Stampin' Up has the best. And I'll tell you why. Number one, they're substantial, so you can grab a hold of them very well. They are beveled in, so there's a place for you to hold your stamping block. They come in all different sizes. I mean, look at this. This thing is huge, but again, sometimes you may need it. Okay, and then this nice little small strip one. So again, Stampin' Up has the best stamping blocks, I believe, that are out there. Now, if you want a really accurate and defined stamping image, but you want to make sure that it's in the same position every time. Say, for instance, if you put your stamp on here and stamped it and it didn't come out quite right, and you tried to stamp it again, it would be extremely difficult to get it in the right position. But with a stamping platform, and this is Stampin' Up's, it's excellent because it not only has one, but there's also a second one. I've got it in a drawer, but you can either have it this way or this way. And so then you would place your stamp here. Let me see if I've got one in my drawer. I don't know if I do. I think I do. Let me just pull this one off. So say, for instance, this little stamp right here, it says vacation, okay? You would lay it on your paper, pick it up with your stamping platform. Say, for instance, you did not stamp it clearly. You left off one little area. You would re-ink it again and stamp it again. Fantastic. And then you can just take like these. Oh gosh, where did I get these? These are not Stampin' Up, but you would take your piece of paper, say for instance, and then you would lay it in there. Then wherever you want your stamped image, and you'd lay this ruler over it, and then your stamp right there, and pick it up, and it would stamp in exactly the same spot every time. So again, I recommend the Stampin' Up repositioner. Oh, let me show you. So this is the difference. This is a different brand of stamping block, and look at the difference in the thickness of them, okay? That's about the same size, well, maybe a little different. However, look at how much room you have to grip this, as to where this one, it's flimsy. There's not as much room. So again, that's why I like the Stampin' Up stamping blocks. Okay, let's talk about glues or adhesives. And I think most scrapbookers use the art glitter glue. Fantastic glue. It adheres quickly, lasts a really long time. Love this glue. I use this when I need something to grab very quickly. Now, my all-time favorite glues, and the ones that I use the majority of the time, are the Beacons 3-in-1 glue blah, blah, for my paper, or excuse me, or the Fabri-Tac for fabric. Oh boy, tongue twisting. Okay, back to oh gosh, I don't even know what I'm saying. Back to, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the 3-in-1 glue and the Fabri-Tac glue, the nice thing about them, they are solvent glues, meaning they don't have water in them. So they don't warp your paper, and they actually give your paper more strength. Now, I know one of the complaints about both the Fabri-Tac and the 3-in-1 glue is that they get thick. You know how you cure that? Acetone. So every time I fill up my small little bottles of glue, as soon as I fill it up, I take a little bit of acetone in a syringe, I put it into my bigger bottle, shake it up, and it keeps it thin. So my favorite glues there. And I do use this glue sometimes, but not a lot, because it warps your paper, and to get it to the edge, it's a little bit difficult. That's why if you put your glue into these fine tip bottles, again, I got them off of Amazon, I think they adhere better on the corners. So I do use it, but sparingly. Okay, let's talk about a eyelet setter or a crocodile. We are memory keepers. Fantastic tool. Love it. However, it will only go into your page. Say, for instance, you need an eyelet here. It's not going to go because there's only this much room. So if you're going to buy one, what I recommend is buy this one. It's called, I think, a Big Bite, but you've got this area here that you can pull that back, and say, for instance, you want your eyelet like there, it will go all the way there. If you've got a big journal, it will go all the way there. And so if you want them all in the same spot, you can adjust this, put your paper in, and it will stop it. And it is exactly like this small one. And it's good, but you've only got so much area that you can put your eyelet in. So I recommend, if you're going to get one, you get this big one. Okay, let's talk about a couple of more tools. This is called a jewel picker. It's got two different sizes. See, that's a small one. And then the bigger one, it's got sticky on the end. So if you need to pick up a sequin or a little dimensional thing, instead of trying to pick it up with your fingers, you pick it up with that, and then you can lay it right where you need it to be. And it's a nice little tool. It's Marvy Jewel Picker. But again, love that. Then this is a Tim Holtz spreader. Again, sometimes when you lay down glue, you want to spread it out, and this is a good one. I've also used my Cricut one, but I've switched to this one because it's a little bit bigger, and it just also stays on my desk. You've seen a lot of us journal makers use these. These are makeup brushes, silicone, so that the glue just peels right off of it. You can spread it out on your project, but it keeps your hands from getting all sticky. Great little tool to have. And then you also need a little pokey tool, we call them. This is a Stampin' Up one, but I know there's many brands. But just to get, again, if you use your crocodile and you punch cardstock, sometimes that little cardstock gets stuck in that hole. You use this little pokey tool to poke it out. Now, I got two things as Christmas gifts that I love. So this first one is a Brother Scan and Cut. That was a Christmas gift to myself. Now, it's a learning curve, but already I absolutely love it. Now, I know some people don't love it. My friend Gail Augustinelli did not like hers, and I believe ended up giving it to someone else. But I've been watching tons of YouTube videos on how it works and what it does, and just the time saving of cutting things out is absolutely incredible. So I'm very excited to be watching more videos on how to use it. If you guys know of somebody who does YouTube videos on how to learn more about it, let me know. I think it's Apple 53 or something like that. She's in the UK. She does wonderful Brother Scan and Cut videos. And I do watch her and have been watching her. But I think I'm going to really like this. And then this was a gift from my daughter and son-in-law. It's one of those adjustable heights tables. That's electric. Look at that thing go up. So say for instance you want to stand and craft, you can. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, I love it already. And then it goes down to a lower position. Now over here it's got magnetic place to hold your phone so that it charges. Then here's the up and down button. And you can set heights to like your preference, like height 1, height 2, height 3. Haven't done that. And then there's actually even some USB ports on the side there. But thanks, Giselle, Mark, and kids. I love it. But anyway, that's my video for the end of 2022. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate your kind comments, your subscribing to my channel, your words of encouragement, and I wish all of you a happy new year, 2023. Here we come. Let's spend lots and lots of time in our craft rooms. Thanks, everyone. Bye. See you next Monday.